Hi, welcome to Changing Mindsets with Louise Namara. Now, for my next few videos, I'll be talking about how colonialism has and is negatively affecting the growth and the development of Africa, especially through our mindsets, in that if we do not change the way we think, we may never grow and develop to the level at which we actually can as individuals, as countries, and as a continent. Now, when people hear about colonialism, they think it happened in the past, it's looked up in our history, but that is not true. It still has a negative impact on our development as Africa. So today, I'll talk about how colonialism is negatively impacting our health sector. Now, if I may ask, how many leaders in Africa have come up to encourage our scientists to invent different kinds of medicines? How many of them have rallied behind them and promoted them? Why is it that when an African gets sick and they go to the market and they find medicine made in Uganda or Africa and that made in the US or any other country outside there, they literally go for what is not made in Africa? If we look at the pandemic right now, how many African leaders have actually encouraged their scientists to invent a vaccine? Many of them have rushed to import vaccines from outside of Africa. What does all this show? This shows that we do not trust our own people. We do not value them. No wonder when they are done with their studies after 6-7 years, they go to the Western world where they are valued. Then they can invent different medicines and vaccines and just write a label made in the US or made in Russia or made outside of Africa. And my question to Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education, then why don't we just scrape off these science courses, instead of wasting the time of these young people who study for 4, 5, 6, 7 years studying sciences? Then we can just import medicines and vaccines from out, instead of wasting their time. But my question would be, why then do we have this mentality that what is made in Africa is not good, but what comes from the Western world is actually good? All this started from colonialism. When the Europeans came to colonize Africa, they saw all the good that we had in Africa. And the only way they would steal what we had was to instill in our mindsets that what comes out of Africa is bad and what comes from the Western world is good. And even today, people still have the same mindset that what comes out of Africa is bad. And no wonder even those who are talented and gifted and skilled cannot prosper, because even if they're to make these different vaccines or medicines, people will not trust them. And because of this, you find that the Western world is benefiting from us, and we, our countries, we are depreciating. So my plea would be, let us trust what is made out of Africa. Let us trust us. Let us develop ourselves. And this starts mainly from our leaders. They should encourage the scientists to make different kinds of medicines and vaccines and rally behind them and support them and promote them, such that our country also develops. Our health sector can also develop. Thank you so much.